What up, Upland? We back. Season 1, episode 6. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, we got some special guests backstage. Hang tight. We got some special guests backstage. Hang tight. They smiling. I could see them. What's up, y'all, backstage? Hey, y'all. I could see them backstage. Hey. So listen, hang tight. Do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notifications bell so you'll know what's going on up in the Real Node LA. But I want to welcome you to the Real Node, y'all. We got a lot going on in Upland, a lot going on in El Sereno, Los Angeles. Let's jump into the map. Let's jump into Upland. Let's just jump into a few topics before I bring my guests on, because we got some special guests tonight. But before we do, let me share my screen here. One second. There we go. There you go. All right. Share my screen. All right. We're on the map, y'all. We're here in Los Angeles. We got a lot going on in Los Angeles today. Can you hear me? All right. Let's see where we're at. You see where my avatar is over in El Sereno, Los Angeles. And let's zoom right in. Let's see where he's hanging out at. Actually, I'm going to send straight to my home address, and let's get down to business, because we don't have that much time, y'all. We got people backstage, topics to talk about. Let's see where we at, what we building, what we got going on. We got something important to do right this second, so I'm going to do it fast before anybody can take me out. Let's see. Y'all should be able to see that. Here we go. We're in El Sereno, right at the core. All right, let's move on here. Now, this is a Trove hot zone. I want to show you this real fast. Just let it load in. It hasn't even loaded in. Sorry about that. Let that thing load in. All right. This whole area, the whole core, but a particular area right here. Let's get straight to it first before we even talk about it. 55K. I'm about to buy this right now for one of my neighbors. But watch this. We're going to buy it. I had to mint it before I got sniped. Oh no. I can't. Oh, hold up. I can't. Oh, you know what? I meant another one. I meant another. It sent me let me see if I can see my authorization code in my watch. Samsung. That's a wait a minute. Let's see if Samsung could get the win. Come on, messages. It's probably sniped by now. It's okay. I got another plan. It's probably sniped by now. I was in the middle of buying it. Goodness, hold up. There we go. There we go. Looking, just trying to get the message to see if there's a chance I could do the authentication. Let's see. All right, let's mint it. Oh, it's not working. Oh my goodness. I forgot I put on two-way. Don't worry about it. Don't you even worry about it. We'll come up with another plan. Hold on. Let's do something different. Now I got to do something different. I'm trying to see if I can get my messages. See, I'm using my phone as my camera, so I can't see my messages, which is kind of, I could turn 2A off. Not going to happen. Let's see. You know what? We'll do it another way. I was trying to show you something. Let's see. We'll do it another way. Let's look at some prices while we're out here, y'all. Ooh. All right. Okay. Well, here's the deal. What we're going to do is spend some time bringing awareness to Upland user-generated content. which are the map assets that we make, why they cost the price they cost, and what makes them special. So we're going to highlight different Uplanders and the things that they're working on, and let it shine a little bit. Let's start with these. I got these umbrellas the other day for my shopping center, along with the welcome sign. So if you go into Upland and you search map assets, you can actually search for patio outdoor table. And I bought these. I didn't make these. I just bought them off the market, search by table and stuff. But this does bring up a topic, but we're going to try to touch at it lightly. Let me get some water before I bring out my guests. We got some guests backstage. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Let's bring our guests out. Let's talk about our guests. Now, as you can see in the title, we have Players of the Year in the background. So without further ado, we're going to bring out the Players of the Year in the order that it happened. So our first Player of the Year is going to be none other, you know it, as Shaq Delan. What up, Shaq? Welcome to the stage. Let's go. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hi, everyone. Hi, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you perfect. I can hear you perfect.
Awesome. Hi, everyone.
Hey. I didn't
I'm
know
so
I
excited
lost.
to be here with you.
Thank you for coming out. It looks like I lost video. You still have audio of me. My video is coming back in a second. Let me bring it back on in a second. But let's talk about map assets. Let's talk about different things. But before we do, I want you to just give us a brief intro because we got to bring somebody else out on the stage as well. We're gonna have a little party. But just give me a little intro about yourself. Let me tell you what I know though. Player of the Year. It was the year 2023, right?
That is correct. Yes.
2023. It happened in Vegas. It was a Vegas Player of the Year, and well deserved. So let's talk, Shaq. What up, Shaq?
Hey, Elijah. Really nice to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Well, thank you for being here. I'm so sorry. My camera, I just was having technical difficulties today. The internet dropped out, and now all of a sudden my camera wants to act funny. Let me see if I can get it to do something. I see what happened. There we go. It should be coming back on in a second. Let's see. I'm coming back up. Let me know if you see me at all. Oh, there we go.
I see you.
There we go. Hey. All right, we're back in the building. All right. Now listen, we were talking about Players of the Year, right? We got another Player of the Year in a bit. Well, you know what? I was Player of the Year one year, right after you. We're gonna do this in order. So the year 2024, I was Player of the Year. What up, y'all? Let's go. I ain't gonna press that. All right. Now let's welcome our third Player of the Year right after me, 2025, to the stage. Upland Tara. What's up?
Hi, everybody.
Upland Tara.
Hi, Shaq. Hi, Mr. Mayor. Hi.
Hey. I'm sorry. Before I keep, my wife's name is Tara, so I want to make sure I'm not pronouncing it wrong. Is it Tara or Tara?
It's Upland Tower or Tara Vision. Tara. It's you won't say it wrong.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I introduced myself as Tara, but I'll accept both.
Okay. Upland Tara Vision. Gotcha. All right. So welcome to the stage. Thank you for coming here. So much going on in Upland. So much going on in Upland. So we're gonna start in the order of the newest, which is 2025 Player of the Year. So much going on in Upland. I mean, from service structures. The last time we spoke, service structures really got hype. Not hype, but implemented. You got construction vehicles, all kinds of things in Upland. What you think?
It's been like, what a year, what a ride, right? Like, I feel that we experienced such a major growth spurt with the entire ecosystem of gameplay. And I applaud everyone for just sticking with it. And it's not easy to be in a game for as years and then all of a sudden like hear brand new mechanics, brand new gameplays. Like and everybody's just working together to understand it. So I applaud everybody.
Excellent. Okay. And before I jump into my next topic, Shacklin, a lot has come out. We're not going to jump directly into map assets right now, but overall, I mean, from Spud Wars to now, what you think? from Spud Wars to today.
Wow. Well, I am so excited because so much of what has happened in the past year is what I've always hoped would happen, where the assets that we have on the layer 1 Upland map and all of the properties and structures that we built, you know, for them to have gamification. And so Upland has done an incredible job of rolling out in very rapid succession just the biggest list of massive developments we've ever seen in such a short time. And during Genesis week, we were able to do the Trove Mania and experience our first taste of what it would be like to actually have things to do on the map besides buy and sell properties and build with SPARKLET. You know, so I think it's really exciting because what we see Upland laying out is this game where when new players join, there's going to instantly be things to do. And it will be an intuitive learning process that I believe is going to hook new players and lead them in a natural, organic progression to, oh, you know what? I would like to own a property where I can have this uppy that I minted on the map live. I can have my uppy live in the property. Oh, and I'd like to plant plants there and have a garden. And my uppy will tend to the garden and it will just be a progression. And meanwhile, they'll be able to look at some of the older players like us and say, you know, maybe they will see us and think there's a few things that person does and I want to be like them, you know, and I don't know. So to me, it's a very exciting time to be in Upland, and it also has come with its challenges for sure. But overall, it's a very exciting time, and I love the direction it's going. Yeah, if I'm correct about where it's going. Yes.
Okay, that's an excellent answer. We're gonna circle back around to there in a second. Excellent answer to get warmed up. Listen, we got a few people stacking up in the audience. Do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button and that alerts button so you'll be alerted when we go live for the Real No Show. But right now, let's bring up. I found out something. I want to give a shout out to an Upland neighbor. He hit me up. I got to show y'all something. I don't think y'all know, but shout out to Big Easy in Upland. Y'all ever heard of a player named Big Easy?
Oh, yes.
He comes in Discord. He dropped the jewel. Let's go to it. 2801 Northwest Cookingham Drive. Let's go. Let's type that. All right, here we go. Watch this. This is in Kansas City. Let's see if this is what we think this is. Can y'all see this? This could be breaking news. This could be super breaking news. Lock it in. Get ready. Uh-oh. Guess what Upland about to drop? Uh-oh. We done found some farms. Uh-oh.
Where are we right now?
We done found some farms. Yeah. Shout out to Big Easy from Discord. He dropped this gem on me, this jewel he wanted me to share. So yeah. Look at these farms, y'all. There's some new farms about to enter the game, and they look pretty big. Let's see.
Are we sure? That doesn't look like the color of
Oh,
farmland.
my goodness. This definitely look. You don't think this looks like a farm?
No,
You
I think
remind me?
that's the. I think. I think the color of farmland is darker than that.
You think?
Isn't it like dark brown? Like it's like dirt color, and you have to like put decorations on it at this point. Like I think those are the ones that you can't mint.
Can you open one? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
let's
agree.
Good.
Open it again.
Let's
Open
see
it.
this. This is outrageous. Let's just click on this one. 73,000 UP2.
Okay, and the I don't think it's farmland. I just don't. I could be wrong.
I guess we won't know. I mean, it's interesting though. I guess we can't say it's farmland. We can't. It's something though. Something going on here. Are we expecting something else?
Maybe an expansion. Maybe that's the next evolution.
Huh.
I don't know.
Oh. These are pretty big properties. I haven't seen any properties like this in Upland.
Oh, well, you know what? Maybe the reason it's not dark brown is because they haven't gone up for sale yet. So yeah, maybe that could be. What do you think, Tara?
I mean, I know exactly like when Kansas City first came out. Do you remember like it was like you had to decide whether to go to Rutherford or Kansas City? And I have such nostalgia every time I see Kansas City because it just like reminds me of such early Upland times of hearing like everybody's decisions and stuff like that. So I know because of service structures and there's a lot of footprints that need large properties. I actually hope that there's more opportunities to purchase regular properties like this for that people who are looking for properties to have large footprints, they can continue to build with what they have.
Mm-hmm. Could you imagine the price on one of these bad boys at 86,000 UP2? I can't imagine what that would actually cost.
I wonder if Upland is reserving some of these really massive properties for the potential of actual, real world companies joining the metaverse at some point.
Okay. Well, it's something interesting worth researching and keeping an eye on.
For sure. Good find, Big Easy.
Yeah, Big Easy. You know, either way, it's definitely an interesting one. But I just want to show that.
What theme farms? If you wanted to pick any kind of theme farm or plant a particular farm, do you have like a dream theme that you would want?
I think I'm gonna need STEM. So the fastest way we can get the STEM, that's the way I'm gonna beeline straight to it. Right now I have a Fresno farm and I'm cool with that. And a couple little small boats and stuff, but mostly STEM from the farm. What about you? What about y'all? Where are you gonna get off? Do you own a farm? And if you did get one, what would you do on it?
Shaq, do you?
So I own a lot of farms. I don't remember how many, but I have some I have at least one in every location where farms have been sold. I don't know what I want to do with them. I have the farm structures and the farm equipment and the farm land, and I'm just waiting for the opportunity to get my feet wet, get my hands dirty, get some dirt on my hands, and use some of those farm tools. And I don't know. I'm a hands-on person, so when they let us have hands-on, then I'll figure out what direction I want to go with it.
Okay. What about you, Tara?
Well, I got the vineyard during Genesis week, and I you know, I always like to think before I purchase anything that I try to come up with like multiple reasons or multiple utilities. Even I have to make up possibilities of what I can do besides what Upland the operator can do. Like, so by the time I purchase like a vineyard, I already have like all these brainstorm ideas of inside Upland, outside of Upland. So I think like I like the very next day of purchasing a vineyard in Upland, I came across like a wine club, right? And they were like, oh, we went to a winery as a club and went to we tasted wine, and as a club we made our own bottle of wine. I was like, that's so cool. Like, what if I somehow, because I do meetups and I do real life Upland stuff. What if I have like an Upland farm? What if like I get a bunch of Uplanders one day to go to a vineyard and we come up with our own bottle of themed wine together? And like, it's not so much that that's going to happen, but purchasing that vineyard put me in the mindset of speaking with that person and creating that whole path for sure. I'm excited about farming, but I really, really hope I really want to create my own rainforest. So
Okay.
I hope that one day I can like go all big out for creating my own rainforest.
Awesome. I love
wow, that would be so cool. I'd like to have my own rainforest too.
Yeah.
Nice dense
Going
pack.
all
I don't know
out.
how many seeds that'd be. That's a lot of seeds. That's a lot of seeds there. So yeah, that's some awesome information. Jumping forward, we got some things to cover. Let's go to construction service vehicles, y'all. Did y'all get construction service vehicles?
Good. Yes.
Okay, and how many crews? Or talk to me about what you think about them, the crews, and do you like them? Well, not do you like them, but what do you think about them? Honest opinion. What do you think about the construction service vehicles? I'm trying to find two of my crews right now.
I think I have 2 crews and 2 extras. I think maybe, but I don't remember exactly. I think they look super cool. Okay, they look really cool on the map. And so if we're looking at the cost of the vehicles and comparing it to how much SPARKLET we could buy for the same amount, the truth is that we could just, in a simple time frame manner, we could do more. We could achieve more with the SPARKLET that we could buy than we can by using these vehicles to accelerate builds. So in that regard, a better purchase would be SPARKLET. Now, but why do I like them and why did I buy them? Well, the reason is because I believe that they're pointing to a certain element of gamification that allows us to overstake. Because there's, no matter how much SPARKLET you own, there is nothing you can do about the SPARKLET cap per build. There's nothing you can do about it unless you have a construction vehicle. And so that's the only way to beat the clock. If staking max SPARKLET is not enough. So that is the reason why I love the construction vehicles, is I consider it a superpower. Okay. And that is the way that I see them.
Okay. That's a cool way to look at it. I definitely think they put a strong pack a punch on any Spark right now, you can probably see on my screen, we got 45K Spark on a modular unit. That 45K Spark is enhanced today. If I remove my service vehicles and take them to another property, the build goes back down to 1 day, 16 hours. However, if I leave them on just throughout the night, the build will be done, and then I can still move them away. So they are rocking. I think they're pushing through, pushing through efficiently. But like you said, Spark is worth more. This is a pack-a-punch feature to SPARKLET. Two different things, two different categories, two different values. So let's go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was just going to offer a little bit of a way for people to picture what I mean by superpower. And so what I'm thinking of is if we look back at, for example, wars, when we were building superstructures during wars, there was a very limited amount of time to build as many of these massive towers as possible. And that is one example of a gamified scenario where being able to build a build faster than normal could really be a superpower. And because we have seen that before, and because we have now the +1 gamified earnings, +1 residence, +1 influence, sometimes it may be for some players that the only salvation where they get that earnings +1 in before the deadline is a construction vehicle. And since I can already name 2 scenarios that are real, I imagine that Upland will produce more scenarios like that in the future. So I would say we're just getting started.
All right. Solid answer. Just to update, my salvation is through Jesus Christ. Oh, but I like these service vehicles. Many service vehicles are jamming. The construction service vehicles are cool. Like you said, they're a pack a punch. They have they got a nice little feature when it comes to wars, SPARKLET wars, like you mentioned, and stuff like that. Oh, before we ADD out, I want to just feature some more map assets. So here's some nice map assets that they sell in the store. You can just go in the UGC store. I don't make these. I don't make any of these. Actually, I don't think there's any map assets I make on these properties in this area right here. Because I make tiles and rate and speedway stands. But these right here, if you go in and just type in bench, type in words like that, you would go in and search and just type assets. Let me show you how to get you some good assets, y'all, for a good price. You go
Elijah, is it possible to turn up the volume of the show? People in chat are saying that it's fairly low and they're having some trouble hearing even at max volume.
Okay, can they? Let me try. Let me double check. Can you hear me clearly, or do you hear me low? How do you hear me?
You're good for me. City Pigeons, is it okay? Is it okay? Okay, no, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. What up, City Pigeon in the building? Let me give some shout outs to the audience. Thank y'all for coming out. There's a whole lot of people in the audience. I see Lightning Leg and RDP, Redbeard, Wolf Warner. What up, Wolf? Coach Funk in the building. Let's see who we got scrolling through, man. Thank y'all for coming out. Tilk and let's see, Level Up Tech. Thank y'all for coming out. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But let's just look at some good cost map assets and just see. Let's go into map assets. And let's just look at the prices. Let's look at the floor. Let's see. Bench. You want to put a little bench out front, right? Let's see what the bench is looking like. Bench and map assets. So you got a whole bunch come up. So you sort them by UPX, and then you sort by price, lowest to high and apply that. And there you go. You get you the floor. Get you something good out there. Some high quality floor. UGC. Now you don't always have to sort by the lowest floor, but if you're looking to get a discount on map assets, it's a one way to search. Actually, you might see I think is this the one I have? I know I own this one, but this is not the one I'm seeing today. I don't see that one on the market. Oh, here it is. Wooden bench. Is that it? 3-prong. Yep. Let's see how much they charge. That's a pretty good deal. 1.K5 Upix. Who is it? This guy. Nikazupi out in Detroit. Right? But look at the detail on this bench.
Those are beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, the detail is very realistic. You know, stained, look like, looks good. So before we go too far into that, we all know Upland dropped some map assets. Let's get straight to it. Let's get straight to it. All right, Upland dropped some map assets, y'all. Now I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think they certainly have a purpose. We got a new player named Cam. Shout out to Cam if she's in the audience. She came through Coach Funk in Detroit. What up, Detroit? Evergreen Lasher. But she came through that crew, and she's new, so she's enjoying the prices of the low cost map assets. It gives her a reason to decorate, to learn and stuff like that. A reason to expand. So I think she's enjoying them. I grabbed some. I had to take a look at the map assets. I had to grab some. I had like couple dollars on my account from a previous Upland sale. So I said, let's see what the map asset hype is about. So I grabbed some and I placed them. Let's let them things load. Now there's things I like about them and things I don't like about them. They're great for starter map assets. I'm not going to criticize them too much. I think they're cool. I did grab a whole bunch. That way I can actually, state my opinion about them as an actual consumer. These corner units, I think these might be extra. I don't think these are necessary because really, if you bring it down, you can just bend the corner with the one you have. So these are kind of complicated to use, but they are all right. But the fence itself was priced okay. I was saddened to see that it does look like a fellow Uplanders fence. But that hopefully not many more new designs of the fence will come out. The terracotta. Let's see what designs we got in the store, y'all. Let's go to the design store. And we're not going to drift off into a negative Nancy. No, we're going to just state how we feel and keep it moving. Because like I said, I bought some. They all right. All right, let's see these fence designs. We got all of this stuff up here. The best looking one, I think, was the terracotta. So let's just beeline straight to it. This one right here. And what this does, if you put these on your property, I'm gonna tell you, they look nice. They look nice. As long as Upland don't drop any new designs on fences. But let me show you what some show enough fences look like. We took some time looking at Upland's fences. Let's actually look at some detailed work when it comes to fencing. Let's see if I got any fences going on. I have fences at a showroom, so if there's gaps in my fences, it's because people bought fence pieces. But I show you the difference in higher quality fences. I don't want to say that that's a low quality fence. It's just a nice starter fence, though. Just like in Call of Duty, you're gonna get the starter weapon, the starter outfit. Any game you're gonna get something to start with. They're not gonna start you out there barefoot. So I think these are great starter additions, but please don't expand on them too much because I did see the driveways and incoming. We got incoming driveways or street. I saw them on pictures of them on the blockchain. So we're gonna definitely tap into that. We know we got an incoming. Every time there's an incoming, all of the creators kind of they brace for incoming. It's just like, oh, please don't let them don't let them hit my map asset. But it does have its purpose, But let's go down there. Now here's my fences. I got these made through Laban, through Upland Ready Assets. Not Laban, I'm sorry. Laban be making so much stuff, but I think he's over there. But Slav, what up, Slav? Slav and them. But look at the details on this fence. And this fence was from a few years ago. But the best critical detail on this fence is its narrowness, how narrow. You see how narrow this fence is? It can fit. And when you don't have enough, you can just overlap it and you won't be able to see it from a distance. See how that's overlap? But it's so narrow, it doesn't throw the pattern off. Pencil point thin. And if I wouldn't have told you, you wouldn't notice the overlap.
That is actually, so I was like, for people who have experience, what is the trick or what is your technique for wrapping an entire fence around a property successfully and then like not getting to the end and being like, it doesn't measure. I have too much space or I have little space. Do you have any insight or whether it's a UGC fence or an upland fence, like what are the tricks of the trade of making a fence around your property?
You're talking about as far as making it line up properly or getting it to
I would fail. Like I would try to like line it up and then I would have like little space left or not enough space. And then I would have to start all over again and find a whole nother property.
You know what I do? I zoom into the maximum level. I'm real, and then this fence was built before we had all that snapping together. So I'm gonna go back and redo this one probably. And they cropped it. So this one is pinched closer, but it can go even closer because this one was put together before they cropped the outline. So I can actually I can even bring that even closer without violating. Look at that. So these can go even much closer. And how I will build it in the future, one technique, zoom in as far as possible and then get it to click lock like that. See how that's almost airtight? Watch the airtight click. And this will do for any fence. But zoom in as far as possible and then look overhead because you don't want them to come out of vertical access like that. You see how the overhead view shows me it's out of vertical access, but this view, it looks perfect. See how this view looks perfect? But
you would never know that it's overlapping unless you really.
You want to you do an overhead view when it's crooked like that, then you can tell, and you just fix it.
The only person who'll know is the uppy living on your property.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm back out of that. I'm not gonna save that. We are waiting for uppy level 3s. Can I put in a quick request? Upland, we need you to drop Troves season 1 practice edition because we need some Troves, man. Just tell them to run back that Genesis Week Troves and just do everything. Just copy and paste and save. We'll just do it exactly as it was the last time. Run that back for like 2 weeks. Give us 2 weeks of Troves, and we need those level 3 and level 5 uppies, the ones that can pet the plants. Let's look at my plants, y'all. My plants are struggling. I got a lot of plants. I have more than 800 plants. Plants are valuable, and I find them to be valuable. I'm not gonna say they're valuable. I find them to be valuable and addictive. Miracle Grow is also addictive and expensive. So you'll find yourself Miracle growing a whole bunch of trees that you really can't take care of. Don't have the energy to take care of. Let's go to my plants. Look, we're struggling out here. So let's see my lineup. If you're in the El Sereno area and you see plants, just send them, pet them, help out the community. The majority of the community sets our send fees to the lowest. All of my send fees are to the lowest possible. So you can send them my properties without even thinking about it. All right, let's feed these bad boys. They looking struggling. That's only 11. See, only 11 is ready. We need some force feeding going on. Now I'm gonna need to. Come on now. Nothing. All right. Shaq, talk to me. What's on your mind? We got Troves, service structures. You got quite a few nice properties in El Sereno too. I noticed you're quietly building out here. Got some nice stuff out here. And you're actually building all over, not just locking into El Sereno, Los Angeles, but you definitely got some over here. I looked at your uppie count. Your uppies are popping. I see that you have a whole lot of uppies real quietly. I ain't want to put you on blast. Look at Shaq's thing, y'all. She got the uppies ready to go. I saw that. I was like, dang, she got a lot of uppies real quiet. She'll never say anything about uppies. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So what you think? What's what you're intending to do? You're gonna fall level 5s. You're gonna burn and just skip the level 3 deal, or you're gonna do a little bit of both?
Well, I own 17 level 3 uppies. I think it's 17. My plan was to have enough uppies that I could, make like up to 17 pretty involved gardens that I know that they will be able to take care of. But now that they've introduced that the level 5s will actually collect the troves for you, I'm going to have to rethink the level 3s.
So they might not make the cut. Level 3s may not make the cut this round.
They'll definitely not make the cut ultimately, but they might make the cut to start with.
Okay. What you think, Upland Terra?
About
Them uppies. Do you have any uppies?
I have 40 uppies.
Get out of
at
here.
this point. 40 uppies, from 1 to 4. I don't have anything above 4 yet. Not that I'm against anything higher. I just at this point have just collected that at this point. But I'm pretty excited about the future of putting them to work, whether it's finding troves, adding points to your service structure, or even planting. That will be a big one for me, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep, same thing with me. I don't have 40 uppies. I got a small little tight collection of uppies. Small group, like the movie 300.
40 is what happens when you don't burn all your 1s and 2s, and but they're all the very first generation. I'm not saying I'm gonna do that for the future releases. Like they'll probably be I'll definitely burn at some point in the future ones, but I really wanted the U Origins. They were fresh. Uppy 1s are fresh, and I thought that paired well together in my collection.
Yeah, I can't burn them. I can't burn the U Origins. I don't care at this point, because if you burn the U Origin, you can end up with a sizzle season. So you don't waste 2 Origins for a sizzle. No way. Hopefully, Upland, can we get uppy level 1 utility? That's what we need. Level 1 utility, level 2 utility. Is that the only ones that don't have utility level 1 and 2 and 4?
Well,
personalized utility. 4 doesn't have personal. No, one of them has school. One of them can go to school, right?
I think that's been hinted. Like they've hinted, but I don't think we know for sure. But I don't remember for sure either, so I don't know. But if the 3 isn't at 3 or higher, I think as long as it's at least level 3, it can pet your plants. And if it's higher, that works too. It's just that they don't do anything special for your plants until you get to 5, in which case they start collecting troves.
Okay. All right. Well, Shaq, we're going to jump straight into this. What do you think about these map assets? You talked about it earlier. it's been a passionate topic. Earlier today, we had a passionate conversation on X. Everybody was there. Wolf was there. Daggone Shelter. It was the Jazz Loop, the Mildenberg Jazz Loop on X.com. That's Shelter and Dice's thing. But Shelter is hitting the show now. So it was a passionate topic involving a lot of quite a few things. We're not going to go too far off on the deep end here, but it would, I guess, it wouldn't be right if players didn't have a space to articulate how they feel, especially if they're professional and poised and not cussing and cursing and threatening and just coming just 1,000% out of character. But you have somebody that can articulate something well and is known for doing that, and they say there's a problem, probably should listen. And then if there's a bunch of people collectively doing the same thing, we might take a listen. But let's look at these map assets and see what we think about it. Now, I told you my thoughts on it. In the end, I think they're good for the new players. However, I don't think they need too much more variety in the map assets, especially the fences. Any more variety in fencing could potentially crash that industry. I mean, if there's 20 different starter fences, why would you really go outside of that if you can get 20 different varieties for the low? So, hopefully we could keep the variety down. But all in all, I think it's cool for the new players. If I was a new player, I certainly would not be trying to pay for, big deal upics, because you don't know anything about that. Even paying 100 upics, you might be like, oh, that's cutting into my new money. Especially if you knew you don't intend to put a penny in, and you didn't spend 100 upics, you're left with 3,900 upics. You're like, oh, it's 3,900 upics left. Now they start to shrink. The accounts start to dwindle. So getting reasonable price map assets is appropriate. But don't give them the whole boat. Don't give them the whole boat with the people on it. Definitely people put a lot of time in the map assets. Just looking at my map assets, you see I have ground tiles. I make ground tiles. So hopefully they keep the variety of ground tiles down low as well. Because there's a lot of Uplanders that make ground tiles of different kind. But Shaq, I'm trying to make my way slowly to the map assets. And if you could, we're going to do something a little different this evening. Tell me what you like and what you don't like, or a pro and a con, or if this was in the office and you were getting like a feedback on your performance. There's opportunities, and there's positives and there's opportunities. So in this situation, talk to me.
Oh, I like that approach, Elijah. Thank you for asking. So, okay, so the positive is I'm excited about the idea of new players being able to go to the Upland store and find really cheap, accessible core map assets that they can begin decorating their property without really having to worry about the cost of those assets. Because I think that truly could help get the decorating on Upland jump started, or kind of fuel injected. I think that can be a very good plan. The con is that it took the UGC community by surprise, and things that they held to be true were suddenly called into question. And the timing was particularly bad because the UGC community had been waiting for approvals after UGC had largely been shut down by Upland due to backlog. And UGC players were receiving rejections on map assets that they submitted 6 months ago, a year ago. They waited a long, long time to receive a rejection that in many cases doesn't seem to make any sense and it's hard to imagine how it's a valid rejection. So, the feelings of players are, I think the way that players feel is important. And there's a difference between trolls that complain constantly and are negative about everything versus normally happy, supportive community members that suddenly find themselves shocked and disillusioned. And so my proposal, if I were in the office, would be maybe put together a statement that would be solace to worried players and make players' feelings feel better. I think that would be a good move. If it were me in the office, that's probably what I would suggest. But I don't think the plan overall to have starter map assets is a bad idea. Maybe since some of these starter assets look like assets that the community already created and got approved and have in game, I mean, maybe there's a deal to be worked out there so that UGC members feel valued and seen by Upland. And maybe Upland could put their assets in the store for an agreed upon split of the price or something. I don't know. Those are my thoughts.
Yep, I can definitely understand that. Tara, Upland Tara, did you know Upland dropped some
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
Well, I just have some questions. Like, do you think it's the timing that hit the nerve? Because any player can go into the Upland store and buy assets for racing, both UpX and for USD, and that's not an issue. Then all of a sudden, I know that players have been asking for years, please put in the store stuff that we can purchase for UpX. And do you think it's because map assets are UGC that it hit more of a nerve to creators?
Well, I do. But one of the things that I have said in other times when I've spoken about this is that in 2024, the Upland creative director spoke to us at Genesis Week Live and said that he and Edan intended that eventually they would turn the creation of all assets in game over to the UGC community. And they actually had a slide up on the screen telling us that. And so the idea was that from unique structure blueprints to legits to various decoration in game, that it would ultimately be turned over to the player base so that it's the players creating the Upland map. So it was just kind of shocking, I think, for people that were tuned into that. Plus given the timing issue. The timing, I think, is a big part of it, but it just sort of, that's why I say things that people held to be true were suddenly called into question. And it doesn't mean that it's all necessarily a problem. It would just be nice to hear from Upland so that everyone understands what's going on. So those are my thoughts, at least.
What do you think, Tara? Upland Tara?
I'm coming from a different angle because I'm not UGC creator. So like I'm coming from somebody who decorates my property from all of your creations, and even also including Upland's assets as well. I think like I'm really sorry that like creators feel that way in UGC. Again, like I'm not UGC, like so I can't like speak for that level. But as somebody who's not in decorating a property and telling a story, there's only so much you can tell with fences. Like it's really the players UGC where you really see the heart and the creativity and the storytelling in all of your pieces. And as somebody who's like decorating and going through the store, like when I go through the store and I decorate a property, it's equivalent to walking down an aisle of Michael's crafts, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see like who decorated what, and as soon as I get, oh, this fits into the story of my property, like it just fits and it just connects. So, like, I think a lot of people have properties, and I'm sure I'm based on the years, I'm sure there can be some kind of solution with this, but all of your work is doing this for sure, and not ignored by players like me who need it.
Well, that is very much appreciated, Tara, and I agree with you completely. I really don't have a problem with Upland putting things in their store. I'm more concerned about the feelings that I'm seeing in the community. And it's a pretty complex thing. It's way deeper and more involved than just what Upland is putting in their store. And so I would just like to see some communication to players, be a salve on their wounds, help them feel better. But that's me, right? I'm a nurturer. Upland's a company. I get it. The bottom line, what I always tell people in the Creedmoor server, whenever there's something they don't feel happy about, or that they're skeptical about, or whatever, but I always say, everything in the game ultimately boils down to trusting Upland. And if you trust Upland, then you just sit back and you say, all right, maybe I don't understand everything yet, but I trust Upland, so I'll just wait and see how it turns out. And so as somebody who has been face to face with the Upland team, I can tell you that they are lovely, wonderful people. You can feel sincerity, you can feel caring when you are with them. It causes one like me to trust them. And that is what we ultimately have to rest on, is trust, in my opinion. So, I'm not going anywhere. I trust Upland. It does hurt me a lot to see friends and longtime community members feeling betrayed or upset or sad or angry. It hurts me. And so I want to just say, please just make it better. But everything boils down to trust. And you've got to trust Upland to do anything in this game, because it's about trust. We trust that they're developing what they say they're developing, right? And we trust that they have the best interest of the player and the company at heart. So that's really what it's about. And we can get upset sometimes, but ultimately we need to trust the owner and creator of the platform, because at the end of the day, that's what we have. That's the way I look at it.
Sorry, I had my microphone muted. I was saying, well said, Shaq. And
Yeah. Thanks for
anything you
sharing
want to
with
add
us.
to it?
I really
Yeah.
appreciate you sharing your thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Tara.
Very well said. And anything you want to add to that, Upland Tara, before we move on? Because I do want to, I want to actually go to y'all Upland home addresses. Let's see what y'all got going on.
Sure.
See what y'all
I
building.
think, let's do it.
All right, let's go. Let's
I
go
forgot
through.
what my home address is.
All right, well, let me look you up another. All right, let's see. I'll search you another way. Let's see.
Oh, I think I changed it to. Yeah, I changed it to Miami. I went all pirate. Yeah, I went pirate.
Okay.
I did.
You know it?
Which one? What is it? Hold on.
Well, you can give us any any Upland address you want, but I just figured it would be your home. It probably, if somebody asked me to give them my Upland home address, it wouldn't be my Upland home address. I have addresses, so it can be any address. It don't have to be a home address, but something that you really want to show. We've got some people want to see.
Yeah, let's do. Hold on, let's do Wonder Village.
Okay.
Wonder Village. Let me pull up the address. So this was my home address for a while. Go to 1401 Ambassador Street, Los Angeles.
Okay, let's see what we got. Oh,
so this is Wonder
you're
Village.
busy.
This was actually my most. So Wonder Village is something that I completely made without the mindset of Troves or knowing that how they were going to be attracted to service structures. And this property was my most visited property during Genesis Week, where I really learned that it was interesting. Like my own project kind of tied in well naturally with the new gamification, and where like my whole new motto is like pretty much like convenience. People went there for the convenience. There was like a lot of things going on there, so convenience equals value in Upland.
Yep, that's a big property too. 3,200 UP2. That's an earner too. Look at the earning. That's an earner, y'all. That thing bringing in.
Yeah, I try to decorate my highest earners. Like I'm targeting them first with service structures and residents and stuff like that, so they can equally hold up physically with their presence and their what they have everything to offer with their year-old as well.
All right, so let's look at some of these map assets on your property. I see you got a little lava ball, little metaverse lava. This is interesting here.
That was fun. And
retro wave sun sculpture.
You know, I made this during Wonder Village was made during Wonderland. So at that time, if you remember, there was a very retro theme. So every time there was a drop of the cosmetics, I tried to add something that would remind me or represent like that week in of that Wonder season. So that you'll see a lot of retro and stuff that would remind me of that. And Shaq, I definitely have your map asset there. I think it's like the heart-shaped space, the space one with the heart, the rock with the heart one. That's there in the other corner. Right there near the fountain.
Oh, like a asteroid.
Yeah, the asteroid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah, this is-
meteor. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So like next, like I would like layer it up with life and with uppies.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some kind of like wonder theme each year, kind of like a holiday tradition for me or Wonderland tradition for me. Next up will be University of Wonder. That's also half built, and that was my second most visited property because all of the things that are already there already, even though the university part's not done.
This is a
Incomplete.
nice stash of service structures. Sorry, I mean to cut you off. But this is a nice stash of service structures. I can see why people would hit this up. You ever gonna move back here?
Yeah, for sure. Tonight after the show.
I love the Toss Shack space ornaments that you have up. Like you have a lot of them, and they look gorgeous.
That was like one of my favorite things to do. Like I've been keeping an eye out for them because he had them out for like 2 years at this point. So I've always like kept one day I will have own those. Yeah, so I was really excited to have a place to put them.
Yeah, this is nice. It's cool. Hey, Shaq, you got an address for me? You ready?
Oh, wow. Well, nothing that compares to what Tara's doing.
This is pretty exotic.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
exotic.
love that.
I was not expecting to see this one. She was so quiet. Now we see why she got Player of the Year. You don't have to be vocal. You don't have to be vocal to get Player of the Year. You know, this is a lot of decorating and a lot of spark. There's a lot of everything going on, but it's jamming. And she got a nerve to have a science center in the middle. Isn't that funny? She put like a space
planetarium.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. I love it. I really love it.
Well,
so
I'm glad.
Great job, Tara.
It's supposed to inspire wonder, so I'm glad you love it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it when you're done, you know, adding everything to it, like, you know, the plants and everything. It's going to one-stop shopping.
I toyed with the idea of just like, you know, I'm going to do like one major big property like that during wonder season each year. And like, do I small maintenances here and there where I have to add plants and stuff like that. But that core structure will always represent December 2025 and December 2025. So eventually I will do my own wonder tours where I'll have an activity where people have to if they want to participate, like to do like, all the stops, kind of make my own little tour and do fun prizes because
that's sweet.
I like to like create my own ways of getting visitors to properties.
Nice. It's brilliant. Great work.
Yeah, that looks great. All right, Shaq, what you got for me?
Well, I'll take you on a slightly different journey, and let's go to 2320.
Okay.
G in there, it's GIANERA. Santa Clara. This is not my home address. It is not my node. It's a very small property, but it's my first attempt at planting a garden. And the reason I feel able to do it is because Ambitman reached out to me and offered to pet my plants for me. So I don't know that I've done the best job. There's things I would change, but it's my first time actually trying to make a garden. And I think it's kind of pretty. It's kind of cool.
That is a good first time.
Somebody set the bar up high. Oh boy. And this is just a small Dang, Shaq, I'm glad you haven't been planting. Dang, y'all see this? Not bad.
So,
She's a
so I'm
planter.
just getting started. It's not finished, but and so because it's starting to get really complex, the other day he was asking me, like, I need to I need to buy my first totem so that I can generate seeds at my nursery. And can you teach me about totems? What should I get? And so I was like, well, you should probably get a green toucan with with a round or square base. And he's like, okay, thanks. I'm saving up for one. It'll be a while. So I went to market and found a green toucan with a square base on sale by Nosif. And it was a pretty reasonable price in USD. And I thought, he's never going to find one of these because this was the only one available. So I just bought it and then I put it in the garden. I put it in the garden so that when he went to pet it, he'd see it. And I sent him a message and said, there's a gift for you at in the garden. So that was kind of a fun thing to surprise him with. And I've got to tell you that the toucan looked really cute sitting there in the garden waiting for its new owner to come along. So it's just a fun little story. I'm having fun with this because I feel the freedom to plant plants, knowing that they probably won't die because I'm going to feed them. And Ambitman comes by religiously every day to pet those plants. So I have huge gratitude for him, and that's why I'm able to work on this. I've also dropped 800,000 UPIX on seeds these last couple of weeks.
800K? That's 200K shy of $1 million?
Yes, because I'm trying to stock up on seeds so that I'm ready to plant cool gardens once we have the uppies to pet.
Wow.
Now I can take you to my actual home address in Creedmoor Hub, which is
I think I can get to it right here.
23811 Hillside. Yep.
Did y'all know double clicking lets you drop the thing away? Takes away the snatch back. I guess I was probably the last person to find that out.
What's the snatch back?
You don't remember the snatch away when you would treasure? Oh no, just forget about it. I know somebody has to remember the snatch away when you click on a property and then you want to see more about it, but it snatches you to the previous. Anyway.
Yeah. And you can click that little arrow on the top left corner and it will send you back to the prior property.
Not that this was a forced snatch back, but don't worry about it. This was years ago.
Okay.
A treasure hunting. This was for the treasure hunters. That was an OG thing. Ooh, you packed it out there. What's happening here? Where we at?
Okay, this is Creedmoor Hub. And
I know we are. This is nice. I mean, you got
everything's good. Yeah. Look at all the crooked buildings. I've been having to relocate my map assets to make room for service structures because we have to make the most of every UP2 that exists in Creedmoor Hub. It's very hard to find enough large properties. So I recently just mindlessly moved every map asset I have off to the side to see how many more structures I could fit on here. And what we're seeing right now is that your screen is not loading everything that is there.
Okay.
Creedmoor Hub is very intense, resource intensive for technology. And so it's hard for things to load.
Is there anything in this front? It has to be something in this big empty space
yes.
right here.
Oh, there's a lot there. Yeah. Yeah, it's just not loading. So that's okay.
Y'all packed it out, huh?
Yeah. Let's go look at.
Hold up. Don't do my computer like that. Hold up. Just give us a chance. Give me a chance.
Okay, I'm not going to give up on your computer. Okay.
It's a solid computer. This thing is strong. You crashing it down. Hold up. Let's see. Let me see if it'll load from the. There we go. Okay, she's doing some Main Street modulars, some Lebans. I think if you don't have at least one Leban thing, something wrong with you, man. You're helping out a lot.
Yeah.
Excluding new people. But if you're an old head Uplitic user, come on now.
Oh, you know what, Elijah? Try getting out of point of view mode and look down from the top.
Okay.
It might load more easily.
I see things.
Sometimes point of view has trouble loading.
Okay. Oh, you got a lot of cars there, color coded too. That's nice. I would have did that.
I've got a couple of more properties. Well, it's just not loading. So
okay.
let's try a different property if you're willing to head over to 22410 Hillside.
Okay.
And TerraVision got lost, and she is backstage waiting to be let back in.
Sorry about that. How long were you in backstage?
No, you're good. You're good. I apologize to anybody who's trying to make comments to me. I tried to attach myself to YouTube, and I just knocked me out. So if you have any questions or comments, please message me on Discord, and I'm happy to continue the conversation.
Okay. All right. So we left off. Shaq was showing us her other property. Now I know we normally run for an hour. We're running over just a little bit. I see 30 people out there. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, notification, so you'll be notified. And so back to the Shaq attack. Shaq, what you got? What's that address you wanted?
So there's 22410 Hillside.
Okay. 22410. Is that in New York, Jamaica, Queens?
Jamaica. Which is Creedmoor.
Oh, okay. All right. Is Jamaica, Queens?
Yeah, for some reason, a lot of the Creedmoor addresses say Jamaica.
Okay.
This is my big service structure build out in Creedmoor Hub.
Very nice. We just got one of these banking structures. So this looks some heavy duty. This has some heavy duty hardware on it.
And if we go to the other side, that's where the medical clinic is, like turn the map so that we can see over there.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So here's where I put the Ghostbuster ambulance.
Okay, let's get. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Let's get closer. Okay.
So now I haven't done a lot in terms of decorating with map assets or plants yet. I am waiting because I want to fill these with map assets and plants when I'm positive that I can't fit any more service structures.
Oh, okay.
But I'm waiting for uppies. And then there's one more place, if you don't mind. One more address. 25137 Jericho.
Yeah. 25137.
JERICHO.
Jericho what?
Turnpike.
Oh, it is Turnpike. Got it. All right. Okay. I like those shiny hearts.
Thank you. That was my first ever map asset. Okay. So that's my map asset showroom over there, but then here is where we've got the asylum and the hotel and the bus stop and the service vehicles. And so everything is sort of crammed on here. And I'm started doing some planting back behind the asylum.
Yeah, let's get over to it. And you know what? I want to actually, because I see you got construction service vehicles going on over here. Let's see what type of damage they're doing for you. Because I see they parked out front. I hope they're doing some work.
They are.
Let's see. Contribute. Can we tell? Okay, here we go. So they're working on the official cup, World Cup sort of deal flag stand. So you got 1, 2, 3. You got 2 crews.
Okay.
You got 2 full crews on here, and 2 crews will give you a day and a half. That's solid. More than a day and a half. At
Right.
the end, it winds down to the end. It shortens the gap, but even at the end, that's a nice gap there. So if you take it off, that's gonna be you lose a day and a half.
So that isn't that close to 50% the time
Let's
that
see.
it's saving me?
That's not, it's saving you.
Oh, no.
33.
25% maybe. 33? Okay.
Somewhere around 30 something percent, it feels like. But it's still
Okay.
a high percent. It's still a high percent. Significant. So yeah, that's pretty. Did I miss anything there? I'm sorry, I jumped right out of that. Did I miss anything from there? Did I miss anything on this property?
Oh, some of the retro structures are there. I think there's 2 retro structures that have finished. If we want to look at those, but everything's so packed in there, it's kind of hard to see.
Okay.
But I mean, we're good.
Okay. Well, I think this is you're really building this area out. I like to hear that we recognize, and y'all not the only ones that recognizing that we need a little bit more space, so we having to do things more efficiently on our properties to accommodate for the need of space. And before we get out of here, I want y'all to let's jump and see the map asset mover real fast. I think I can probably whip together something real fast.
I also minted that property for you, Elijah, because it was stressing me out when you kept saying that a sniper's going to get it.
Okay, all right. I appreciate that. I'll buy it from you. Let me buy it back up off for you, and we'll do something special with it. You want to sell it back to me, or you gonna keep it? What you gonna do?
If you actually really wanted it, then I did buy it for you. If you had decided you don't want it, I'm happy to just eat the cost and keep it. It's completely up to you.
Well, that was very nice of you. Now I'll buy it off for you. If we can figure out a way to work that out, I appreciate that too. I'm glad. I'd rather you have it, and so it didn't get sniped from under me. But let me pull up. This Laban. Let's see. Share this tab. Here we go. And this is what everybody's asking about. This is the automatic asset mover. And I'm gonna do this real fast. I want y'all to see how this works. Because this is groundbreaking stuff. This will make you look at Upland different in a good way. But this Upland map asset mover, I'm gonna be fast with it. Watch this. Let's find the property first that we need to go to. So I'm gonna just be flicking in and out of these tabs so you can see. First, you go to the property where your map assets are, so you can get the address. Because I can't remember it right now. So I'm gonna go to it. Let's see. Come on, it should be some map assets here. It's loading slow. I think it's loading slow because I'm streaming too. All right, so we got some green tiles here. Let's move these green tiles somewhere real fast. That's a lot of green tiles, y'all. Let's see. So I'm gonna do this on camera. Just hang in there with me. The address is 1925 North Mariana Avenue. So we're gonna jump back into the Uplytics thing. I'm gonna share it with you. Hurry up if I forget the address. 1925. So this is the address. This is how it comes up. The app loads in right just like this, right? And you save it to your favorites. So the page loads in, it brings up your factories and stuff first. It tries to make it easy for you. So I'm clicking on this as my source. It knows that that's the source. Hold up. And then we're going to go to a destination. Where do we want this to go to? Let's jump back into the Upland app real quick. I'm doing it fast, y'all, just so you can know how easy it is. So you know you're not going to spend a bunch of time. So we're going to move them right across the street just to make it fun. We're going to move them to 4730 Valley Boulevard. So let's jump back over to the app. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I wasn't showing y'all the whole time. All right, 4730 Valley Boulevard. Let me type it in. It pre-fills them in for you. And then you put that as the destination, or it knows it's the destination. Then you go to assets and you go to scan. So scanning the location to let me know what's on that property. And it found 31 green tiles and 1 black tile. We'll go to execution. This is the property I'm trying to move it to. Remember that property is an overhead view of that property. Let's take a look at it again. You know how that property we just at. So this allows you to just draw a little thing. Watch, I'm gonna draw a little 1, little 2 in there, because we're gonna make these map assets be over here. I don't want them everywhere. Oh, that's ugly. Let's start that over again. Because you want it to look good. So just kind of act like it's some sort of, oh goodness. Wait a minute. All right, let's go back in. There we go. Just go click out and click back in, it'll come up right. And you can just overshoot it so to fill the stuff in properly. So now that it recognizes this zone, let's start the move. It's just as easy as that, actually. Start the move. No asset selected. Hold up. Oh, I didn't select the asset. Sorry. You got to click on the one that you want. You can click on them both or just one. And now that we have the assets that we want, we should just be able to, now it's going to make me set it up again. Wait a minute. There we go. Draw the little square. Start your move. Boom. It ain't playing. Look how fast it's moving. Now we're going to go to the property. And let's see how it's doing. So we're going to share this tab. Instead, see how fast they're lining up? They're already doing it, and it's automatic. Look. And you can just kind of jiggle and see how it's updating. There's 5 right now. Let's see them as they load. And it's going to scan. There's 6. See how it's doing it about 1 every few seconds. And you just let that thing do its thing, and it coming all nice and pretty. Move some map assets. Thank you,
That
LeBang.
tool is a game changer and a life changer.
Yeah, it is. That's how he got Player of the Year, y'all. Now, LeBang, we invited LeBang to come out tonight. He's with the family. Y'all been wearing him out, man. They've been meeting up with him in DC and everything. But he got to do some time. He got to spend some one-on-one time with the wifey, man. So if y'all watching out there, what up, LeBang? And LeBang and Maui.
Yeah, so can we also shout out to Benji, because Benji is actually the developer who created this particular tool.
My bad. Got to include Benji. My bad with Benji. Shout out to you. Thank you. This is game changing and game breaking in a good way. So you see these have filled in already. Look how they're filling in under the fence.
Wow.
So nice and neat under the fence is automatically filling in under there without me having to do anything.
That is so cool.
Let's see if we ran out of tiles. Let me go. So you go back and you can watch the progress, and it's still placing. So we're not done yet. It'll let you know where you are. Placed ground tile. It'll let you know when it couldn't do it. So that's a pretty cool.
City Pigeon just said, if you want to choose how many of those you want to move, you can uncheck the move all button on the top right there.
Yep, sure can. It can really customize.
I've never used that. That's so cool.
You can customize the amount you want to send. Or you can send a little bit of both colors. You can really, draw a little design. That poor square I drew is not that good of a square. So that shows you it doesn't force you to be perfectly symmetrical when placing. So yeah, let me share this. Now we can already wrap up. Y'all got anything y'all want to add? I want to make sure I don't want to miss anything. I need y'all to come back next week because we're gonna give away that property. Let me show you before you jump in. Let me show you the property that Shaq just grabbed for me. We're gonna give this away to the community, but I want to put a couple map assets or something on it. We're gonna bring it back to next week's episode. So this week I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna buy it from her, and then we're gonna bring it back. And we're going to have a contest for y'all to get it next week. All right, so I want y'all to come back so we can give away this property that Shaq just grabbed. Thank you, Shaq. That was so, seeing me get locked out with the 2FA. That was crazy. But this is the property right here. It's right next to Zach Towner's property. See, Shaq owns it. I'm going to get this up off of him. But when you get this property, it's going to put you in the Trove epicenter. This means this little property, if you put a server structure on here, it's going to get hit up because it's in the middle of a big Trove zone. The server structures aren't really loading, but there's a lot of server structures over here. So we're going to give away this property next week, next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So Shaq and Upland Terra, tell me what you got. We're getting ready to close it out, but help me close this thing out. What you got?
I have an Uppy shirt
from
the store.
Oh, nice. You got the shirt from the store.
Cool.
Yes,
Very
I did.
cool.
And then these are dog toys that Costco sells. They're like these huge llamas that are dog toys. And I said, nah, they have to be. These guys are coming home with me.
All right.
So I got my whole setup here, and they give me llama hugs so that when I'm a little bit emotional, I can feel better and laugh.
There you go.
Hugs.
Upland has us looking at all kinds of stuff differently. I'm not gonna lie. I've been noticing weeping willow trees lately and wondering why I don't have one. A real one. I'm talking about a real life weeping willow. I'm like, those are some really nice trees.
Yeah.
So yeah, they will have you looking at things, much closer. That's cool llamas there and a cool shirt. What you got for me, Upland Terra?
No llamas. Sorry, but I was playing with Upland on my phone months ago. I was also testing out like these new AR glasses. You're in AR, right? Yeah. So
don't skip over. Talk to me about these AR glasses. Don't just say AR and then skip past. Who is it? X-Real? Or who do you have?
It was actually a company called Inter.
Okay.
Inter. Right. I actually post a lot about it on my own Instagram or on my own X page. And what happened was, like, I know you're not going to believe me, but there was like a glitch, right, where an Uppy actually popped out of my phone and bit me and like everything went, like there was like a sudden jolt, and I was wearing the glasses, and ever since that moment, like I'm telling you, like the world has kind of like felt different for me, and I'm seeing Upland like now everywhere in real life, and I'm having all these like Uppy qualities happening. So like I know you wouldn't believe me, but it's definitely like I think I developed like Uppy superpowers. And I'm just trying to like live life now with my new. I'm trying to figure this out because I don't know. Like you get like a new. The uppy bite affected me somehow, but I don't know what the effects are from it. Kind of like buying an asset from Upland. You don't know exactly what the utility is. I don't know exactly what the powers I have yet, but we'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, you heard it here first.
I got
Man,
Bitcoin uppy.
listen.
While wearing AR, so now like I have like this like weird vision. Like I see Upland in real life.
Wow. Wow. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. Well, I appreciate that. And I guess we're hearing more about it. I gotta have you back on the show sometime in the future because we're gonna keep the Real Node show going. You keep on building your planetarium centers and keep it popping. That area looks great. And you too, Shaq. I know you're doing your thing over there. The large building area was really popping with the heavy hardware over there, the banking center and stuff like that. So yeah, we just got our first that large banking center as well, the banking headquarters. Zach Towner built that. So shout out to him for finishing off one of them. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for coming out. We'll see y'all next week. Don't forget to set your home address to El Sereno, Los Angeles. And until then, I'll see y'all at the Real Node LA.